Hello and welcome to Millwall Fan TV. This is your post-match analysis for Millwall's draw away at Luton last night. So firstly, let's go through through Millwall's lineup. So in goal, we did play Bart, Romeo at right back with Hutchinson and Cooper at the centre backs, and Murray Wallace at left back. In the midfield, played Jed, Thompson, not Thompson. That was where I was going to say something about it. Malumbi, Leonard, and Mahoney on the left. And up top we played Smith and Bradshaw at last. The only decision I think what should have been, well, I think we should have played Thompson for Leonard. I don't think that was a very good decision of Neil Harris, but I mean, I'm not the manager. I thought Leonard had quite a decent game, but having said that, when Thompson came on, he looked class, he looked energetic, and I know this might be a bit controversial, but I think that that rest on Saturday against Huddersfield might have done him the world of good, because before he was the first name on the team sheet, and now because he's been out, obviously they haven't played him. They might have given him a bit of a kick at the backside that he needed, and Harris is saying to him, "Come on, you still got to work hard. You're just still one of my players, so you know you've got to work hard for the team. Before you get picked, you're not going to get picked regardless," which I think would have helped him a lot. I'll go through the individual standout performers. I think Bart had a class game last night. I thought after that mistake against QPR, he needed that. And he made a very good save at the near post in the first half, one of the corners. I think it was James Collins flicked it on, and he just got into position and he pushed it. Really good save. And in the second half, we 1-0 up at this stage, and he did save another one. He came straight at him and he pushed it away. Also, another one, it was 0-0, and ball came across. James Collins on the volleyed it straight into the ground, and he pushed it onto the bar. What a save that was. Don't know how he did that, but brilliant save, and I thought he did look quite solid yesterday. The goal that they scored, don't think he could have done much about it. There was no one watching McManaman, that was the problem. It was a good finish when he got it, but if someone was marking him, wouldn't have happened. I think we would have won the game. But yeah, so other standout performance, I think Jed had quite a good night. He looked quite lively, and when Ty came on, he looked really good. Malumbi looked a bit hesitant, but in parts he looked good. He looked like he was quite fiery, but he did pick up a yellow card for pulling someone's shirt back, which is obviously unfortunate. And Loire did come on, and I thought, oh no, here we go. If anyone doesn't know, Loire used to play for Brighton, and back in the day when Millwall used to play Brighton, probably 2013, 2014 season, I remember it twice. We 1-0 up at Brighton, and he popped up and scored the goal. And then we were 2-0 up at Brighton. There was some penalty or something, and then he popped up and scored the goal in the last minute. So I was worried as soon as he came on, but it wasn't him who scored. It was McManaman. I think I'll discuss that later about how many points I think we should have got. But I thought Bradders played really well. I thought he worked hard. Taking Smith on throw Bryant, just lost our little up top. Smith had a glorious chance just straight after he scored. He should have finished that, and obviously I think if he scores that, it's game over. But he didn't, and we did draw. Now, the actual game, I think it was a fair result in the end. We did dominate the second half, but they dominated the first half. They had something like 75% of possession. They could have probably scored 3 or 4 times. So I think in the end, if we would have nicked that 1-0 last night, we would have been very lucky. But we did play well in the second half. They worked really hard in the second half, and that's all the Millwall team ever asked for them to work hard. But in the first half, I didn't think they were very good. I thought they were quite non-existent, really. But the second half, they did work really hard, and that second half definitely earned us something out of the game. I don't think it really earned us all 3, because Luton still had their chances. As I said, a couple in the second half, so they probably could have scored maybe 1 or 2 in the second half. Bart made a couple of great saves, so I think a draw was right at the end of the day. I think if we would have won that game, I think we would have been very fortunate. But you know, that's the way it goes. On other days, we would have held on to that win, and on other days, they would have scored in the 94th minute for them. Bradders had a great chance in the last minute. Unfortunately, he couldn't guide his strike past Slugger in goal. But yeah, I thought against Tunnicliffe. I thought Tunnicliffe had quite a good game last night. He looked quite lively, and he did probably want to prove a point to Millwall that, you know, why did we let him go? Watching his performance last night, I didn't think he was brilliant, but I thought he did what he needed to do. And I didn't, like, no stand-out moments. I didn't think, oh, here we go, Tony Clift's on the ball. No, I think he just looked quite standard for me, but apparently he did get man of the match, which I was played alright. I didn't think he was that great, but there you go. Tomo played really well. As I say, came on, looked so lively, just looked brilliant. Came on and he looked like he was going to score. He did have that effort in the about 70th, 80th minute where he probably could have scored, and that would have been a great strike. But yes, I think a point was probably around fair. We will do the pre-match for Leeds probably tomorrow, and it'll probably be up about maybe 5ish, 6ish in the evening. I was going to do it all in one, but I thought I'll do two separate videos just to make it nice and spaced out. But yes, Wednesday night we did draw to Luton 1-1 at Kenilworth Road. Decent game actually, but you know, at this point we can get 3 points. But we are 18th now. If we do win on Saturday, unlikely obviously, I think we can go up to 13th or 14th. If we would have won last night, we'd have got up to 15th, so it's a bit of a shame. But anyway, Harris in, Harris out. After last night's performance, I thought the first half was poor, and at half time I was going Harris out. But the second half performance, and he changed the tactics slightly. He brought a few players on, you know, brought Tomo on, and I thought his tactics were really quite good in the second half. I just still think that when he takes Smith off for O'Brien, we're not going to win anything up top. So we're just relying on our defence, and they get one chance, they score. So that was the only thing I would have done better. But I thought Harris' tactics did look better last night, and I was pleased with his lineup, apart from Leonard. Tomo in for Leonard. Other than that, I was really pleased with his lineup. Looked really good. So we'll have to see what happens on Saturday to Leeds, won't we? But at the moment, he's just about clinging on. If he does win against Leeds on Saturday, I'm sure a few players will, a few fans will change their mind. I did hear on the TV last night, Harris out and all that sort of stuff. Yes, it was being sung, so obviously the fans do not feel that way as well. But the pre-match prediction for Leeds will be up probably tomorrow. I was going to do it all in one, as I said, but I'll do it tomorrow instead. If you do want to do a pre-match prediction, send it in to my Instagram, which will be on, or Twitter, which will be on after. Leave and like and subscribe to the video. Subscribe to our channel, like the video. Well, without further ado, come on, you Lions.